Say what's cracking, YouTube? It's your boy 16 to life, and I'm back like I'm on a parole violation. Yard down. Now, for those of y'all that's new to my page, in 1994, I got arrested. I was eventually sentenced to 16 years plus life, and I served 24 years straight in the California prison system, man. Yeah, you might notice that I don't have the intro on today. I'm back. I used to have this job a while ago, and I quit because it was taking too much of my time. Well, my partner, who I was working with, he ended up getting somebody else, and that dude was doing something for a couple of weeks. So he called me and said he really needed my help, asked me to come back with him for 2 weeks. And so I said, okay, cool. So, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it, man, because the job eats up too much of my time, and my schedule is just erratic. It changes from day to day. So I told him I'd give him 2 weeks. I might not be able to do it because it hampers me uploading my YouTube. Like last night, I didn't get home till like 11, 12 o'clock last night. Had to be up, get 4 hours of sleep. Had to be up at 5 in the morning, and it looked like I'm gonna be working till like 11 to 12 at night. So I'm gonna probably end up bailing out on him. Anyway, let's hop right up into this story, man. So a lot of individuals, if they watch my page, they may watch other pages that are similar to my page, right? And so I say all that to say, I get a lot of questions about some of the shenanigans that's going on YouTube, and by these dudes who are supposed to be, pretty much gang members. And it's looking real. It's, to keep it 100, man, everybody see it. It's looking real. It's looking real fishy and suspicious, and just, it's it's a tricky situation, right? So I'm going to try to speak on some of them things today. People always ask me my opinion on some of the things that's going on, right? And we gonna talk about, what's gangster and what's not. In this day and age, right, to keep it 100, you got a lot of individuals trying to change the script and make certain exceptions for the script when they do something that's foul, right? And so, what really got me to thinking about this, man? I called one of my partners who I was locked up with, L.A. Crip, real good friend of mine. We done some time together, a few years on the same yard. I ain't even gonna mention his name, but he's a solid, upstanding individual, right? And he also happens to have a YouTube page, right? YouTube channel. So I called him, right? And this is my partner, man. We chopping it up and this and that. He happened to be from a particular section that's, it's a little, hoopla or stuff going on right now involving his section or whatever. I'm not going to go deep into that, right? So I asked him, right, with the intention of, this is my partner, we just hollered, I'm asking him his opinion and to get the scoop on what's going on, right? Not with the intention of taking it to the internet and making a video or none of that stuff, right? And you know what he said to me when I asked him, and this is my partner, man, we go back like, we go way back like Grandpa's rocking chair. And you know what my boy asked me? He said, hey, chill, you ain't recording this, are you? And that's what the game has come to, homie. A dude is scared to have a conversation out of fear of being secretly recorded, right? And, it made me lightweight offended, to keep it 100 with y'all, right? Because he know my reputation, right? He know me, I know him, solid dudes. But, that's what it's come to now, right? So, when did street dudes get into the habit, man, of recording other dudes' conversations, man? Listen, just to me, it definitely is some weird stuff going on, man. That's just, and I'm gonna try to be respectful, but that's not gangster right there. That's not gangster, man. Recording another dude's conversation to run to the internet with it and all that, man. And then, it's just a crazy situation, right? That a dude can't feel he can have just a regular conversation without making sure he ain't being recorded, right? I don't understand it, to keep it 100, man. And then, and then in the event, right, you do get some information on an individual that makes him look like he's less of the man he says he is, right? My thing is, if you're going to put it out there at some point in time, why not put it out there immediately to know and let others know what type of individual they're dealing with, right? Because if this dude is doing foul stuff, then of course you want to expose this dude, man, so other people don't fall victim to this dude's shady tactics, this dude's shady integrity, as Crips and Bloods are supposed to have, because it's a certain type of codes and ethics, Crips and Bloods are supposed to adhere to, right? And so, of course, when individuals see things like this going on, man, I have long ago realized that, this game is for the birds, man. And so let me give you guys a quick analogy right here, right? Y'all know I've done life. I've done a lot of time in prison. And so I've done time with a lot of other individuals who done time, right? And I can honestly say, I don't know one lifer who was a gang member who done, 25 years, 22, 23, 28, 29 years plus, who has got out and ran back to gangbanging, whether he is Crip or Blood. And my point of saying that is, if Cripping and Blooding is so good, why aren't dudes getting out and running back to that? Dudes are, they're getting out, they're running back to good food. They're getting out and they're running back to fine women, but they're not running back to gangbanging. I mean, so if it was so good, why don't you have individuals returning to that, man? I see a lot of dudes actually getting out, excuse me, and they are going to certain type of organizations where they can give back to their community and deal with at-risk youth. You don't have a lot of dudes getting out running back to gangbanging that's done a considerable amount of time in prison, right? And another question a dude posed to me, right? And let me, before I hop on that, let me hop on this, man. Anytime, man, okay, man, listen, we got the dude, man, the rapper who used to be signed with G Unit, whatever, called and gave some information, allegedly. The information was allegedly. It's fact that this went on, right? About his homeboy involved in some type of situation involving, non-consensual sex with a female. He gave the information to the police, I guess with the hope of getting his homeboy caught up in a criminal investigation. I mean, for what other reason would you do it, right? And that's not gangster, man. But now, I bet you people is still watching dude's channel, and I ain't got no dog in the fight, but I'm just saying that's not gangster, man. Dudes doing stuff like that on the recorded tape. The dude is saying on the tape that, man, now I basically have to kiss Reggie Wright's ass because I gave him this information. And if he puts the information out there, it's going to make me look bad. So by him admitting it's going to make me look bad, he knew he wasn't supposed to do it, right? He knew he wasn't supposed to do it. But yet and still he done it, right? And so it's just a cold situation, man. I'm telling you, this Crip Blood stuff is not what it's made out to be, man. And then somebody asked me this situation right here. Basically, can a gang member claim self-defense? Man, when you become a gang member, you give up your rights to a whole lot of stuff that civilians are allowed to do, right? First and foremost, in California, there is no self-defense law. It's a justifiable homicide, but it's pretty much still one and the same. It's not called self-defense. It's called justifiable homicide, but it's pretty much the same. But now, so if you're walking down the street as a civilian, somebody pull a gun on you, excuse me. Yeah, you got to, if you're strapped, you got the right to whip out, pop on the dude or whatever, then explain to the police, okay, yeah, that was self-defense. But a person asked me this question in terms of it relating to a gang member. No, you don't have that right. You know what I'm saying? Because 9 times out of 10, if you walking down the street as a gang member and somebody pulls a gun on you, they have recognized you as an opposing gang member. And this is a gang related issue. It's not, you out there minding your business and somebody try to rob you or take your possessions or your belongings. This dude then whipped out on you with the intent of exterminating you because it's a gang related issue. So even if you whip out back on old boy, you get the drop, you pop him, you know what I'm saying? All that's fine and dandy. You sit back, you chill, you shut up, you let your lawyer take a hold of the case, and hopefully he can explain it away. But then to hop up on the stand, right? To hop up on the stand and say, well, the reason that I did it is because he pulled a gun on me. That's no bueno. because now you are involving the police in a street situation, regardless of how it may have been, right? The dude is putting the gun on you because you guys are two opposing gang members. So if you happen to kill this dude, now you want to get on the stand and explain it away. It's no bueno, right? So it's no like I have a dog in the fight. I don't like this dude. I don't like that dude. That's just, it is what it is, man. Certain things in gangbanging is cut and dry. It's no explaining it away. It's no making exceptions and all this and that, right? And you have a lot of individuals who try to do that, man, when they get caught up in a situation, you know. That's not gangster. Doing that type of stuff, that's not gangster, man. You know what I'm saying? You have to just take your licks as they come, you know. Just like if you representing, you gang banging, you representing the hood, some of your homies go and shoot up the enemies, the ops. 4 or 5 days later, you get arrested for the situation because people think that you look like him. People thought that it was you. You can't say, no, that was my homeboy. Man, you are representing a gang, man, and all that stuff comes with the territory, man. Just like, okay, say you are the individual, you go and you shoot at some dudes. You holler out your hood, or they know it was you or whatever. A day later, they come back, or the same day, they come back. They may not catch you, but they catch your homeboys and they shoot and kill some of your homeboys. Are you going to go down there and hop in the casket and die for your homie and bring him back to life? No, it all comes with the territory. I've seen many dudes, man, try to say that in a situation like that, if they homeboy did the shooting and they get arrested, they expect they homie to come down and turn himself in. No, man, it goes with the territory. You join the gang, all that comes with the territory, man. I've ran across many individuals doing life sentences who have done years on a crime that they did not do because they did not tell, man. That comes with the life. That's part of the life, you know. Like now, lately, I hear some dudes talking about it's cool. I hear some dudes talk about it's cool for one drug dealer to call the police on another drug dealer and get him out of the way because he's competition. And you have people saying, oh, yeah, that's smooth. No, that's not no good, man. That's no bueno. You're not supposed to do none of that. You know what I'm saying? But you have dudes who are participating in these foul activities trying to justify it because they are the individuals that's caught up in the foul activity, man. Any real cat will tell you that is not gangster, man. You know what I mean? When we hop off the porch, when we sign on the dotted line, there are rules to the streets, man, that are not supposed to be broken under any circumstances, right? And, you know, when dudes get caught up in these situations, they break those rules, man. Just because you can fight, you can beat somebody up, you can shoot somebody, all that type of stuff, that's the easy part. How many times have we seen a 3-year-old or a 4-year-old get a hold of a gun and accidentally kill somebody in the house? To be honest with you guys, shooting, for me, that's the easy part. That shit got good to me, man. Listen, man. Listen. I'm going to keep it gangster, man. Man, I done shot up shit from California to Denver. All types of different places. Montana, I done bust my gun in several different states. That shit, the more I did it and got away with it, the more fun that stuff was. It gives you a certain type of power, homie. Then when you pull up in your hood, dudes is like, man, chill is here. You know what I'm saying? And you see dudes who you have known your whole life acting a little nervous. And I'm thinking, man, this dummy, I'm not supposed to do nothing to this dummy. But it's what I'm trying to say is a lot of times, man, even your homies don't want the shooter around. They don't want, either they fear you or they feel you're going to get them in some stuff, man. They don't want you around, right? So, man, listen, man. Everything from pop on dudes to, pop that thing on 12. I've done all that. And those who know. And I can put that on like the youngsters say, God in heaven. Those who know. That's the easy part. The hard part is shutting the fuck up when you get caught. That's gangster. Shutting the fuck up. Being willing to go to prison for the next 30, 40 years or life without parole or the death penalty if you have to. That's the hard part, when they put them cuffs on your hand and lock your hands behind your back and put you in that cop car and you driving down the street looking at landmarks, liquor stores, high schools, and seeing people looking at houses that you may never see again or that you may not see for the next 25, 30 years, shutting your mouth and taking your lick. That's gangster. Anything outside of that is not gangster. It's easy, man. You can be the best fighter in the hood. You can be the best fighter in prison. But if you can't take your lick and shut up, I'm not impressed. And so, you know, a lot of these dudes who have not stuck to the code, man, are still being viewed, still getting attention, so on and so forth, man. And I just come in here to let y'all know that's not gangster, man. Anyway, y'all already know what it is. It's your boy 16 to Life. Resume normal program.